What's good, YouTube's Dens here. Today we're going to be talking about a topic about Starfield. Starfield, I believe, is a game that's misunderstood. And I will go into it in this video. I'll explain exactly what I mean by that. I do believe it's a great game. I do believe the potential is absolutely insane. I'll explain everything. So, if you've been watching my videos recently, you will see that I made two videos on the channel. The good side of Starfield and the future of Starfield. And I kind of just want to follow up on those videos with something I feel that we all kind of don't get right with Starfield. Starfield on launch was massively compared to Fallout 4 and to Skyrim, seeing as they are Bethesda's most recent RPGs. Fallout and Skyrim can be comparable, and they do have a lot of similarities in the way that they are played. You're placed into one world, you get out there, you complete some quests, there's companions, you defeat enemies, you get gear, you can upgrade the gear. That's how you play Fallout, and that's how you play Skyrim. I do believe Starfield is kind of on the outside in that sense. It's kind of standing in its own lane in the Bethesda RPG world. Obviously, there are some forms in this game that you can compare to Skyrim, you can compare to Fallout. But the game is extremely different than the two of them, and it's supposed to be played extremely different from the two of them. And I do think Bethesda really tried to instill that with us, but I just think everybody kind of refused, and they wanted to see this game the exact same way we see Skyrim and Fallout. Just where it's action-packed with a ton of great quests and enemies. That's what people wanted with Starfield, and that's what we didn't get on a consistent basis. I will explain. The way I play Starfield is I take my time so much with Starfield compared to how I play Fallout 4, how I play Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and how I play Skyrim. I play Starfield completely different than those games. There is a lot of combat in Fallout 4, there's a lot of combat in Skyrim. Starfield also has combat, but you don't find it as much as you find it in the other games. Skyrim and Fallout does have a smaller map than Starfield, so you're more than likely going to run into a lot more enemies and a lot more things to do. I do believe Starfield was a game that was supposed to be played extremely slow. What I mean by extremely slow is if you discover a planet, the first thing people are going to do is look for a landmark, try to get a cool quest there, and then just get to work. I believe when you find a planet in this game, what I do is I start studying the planet. I start studying the aliens themselves. You can bring up the scanner and it gives you more information on the planet. I do look at that also. Outpost building. Some planets I just build outposts on them. I do think that things like that were supposed to take up a lot of our time in Starfield, and I do feel that it's more of a slower Bethesda game, which is good. We can't have everything being the exact same. The Fallouts will always be the Fallouts. The Skyrim, the Elder Scrolls game will always be the Elder Scrolls games. But I do believe the Starfield itself is very, very different. It is a game that's supposed to be played slower than the usual games. It's not the Elder Scrolls and it's not Fallout. It's actually very, very different than them. You do have a massive, massive world. So we should get out there, we should explore, these planets that we do find, we should really take the time to study them and learn them. Now I do know that some people will find those type of things boring because that's not the way we play Skyrim and not the way we play Fallout. That's okay. If you don't enjoy Starfield because of that, that's okay. I enjoy Starfield massively because it's a different way of playing. I don't really play games that make me do things like that, while also having the freedom of going to discover any planet, having the freedom that Fallout and Skyrim gave me in the sense of having the open world, talking to whoever I want. I can kill whoever I want. I can leave whoever I want alive. I can speak to anybody, take quests from anybody. You have companions, you can romance companions. You have so much freedom in the game. You can take whatever you want, place whatever you want. That's the thing with Starfield that I still do love, while it does give me the freedom to do absolutely anything I want on any planet I want. I just do think it's a larger scale Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Starfield is a game that dropped in 2023. I do believe the longevity of this game will be great. I do believe once mods start coming in, once creations are coming in, and even DLCs. Shattered Space in a sense was somewhat disappointing, but we did learn about Varun Kai like we wanted to. We did learn about the House of Varun. We learned a lot about Andresia's backstory, their origins, where they are, how they live. We learned a lot about them. It was always a question in the main story, and we did learn about them. I do believe Starfield will see massive improvements with the DLCs more so. I do think Bethesda are really taking in all the feedback. Bethesda have been known for taking in feedback. I mean, if you look at Fallout 76, they have listened to people with the adjustments that they made on Fallout 76. There is way too much potential in Starfield for Bethesda to leave that game in the dust. There are way too many things you can add to this. If you even look at the creations, you take a lot of the creations in Starfield, and that just proves to you that there's way too much potential with this game. I do think, though, the way that we are supposed to play this game, we're supposed to spend a lot of time doing the little things that we wouldn't do in the likes of Fallout and the likes of Elder Scrolls, like shipbuilding. We're supposed to spend a huge amount of time shipbuilding. There's a ton of ships in the game, a ton of customization options. This was one thing that they advertised when they were talking about Starfield, shipbuilding. So I do think it's a massive part of the game that we need to be spending a lot of time on. We do, after all, have our own spaceship. We can fly off to space. We can get in gunfights with our ships. So you can customize your ship however you want, alter it in any way you want. You can come up with the wackiest ideas and you can make it work. That's one huge thing in the game we're supposed to do. Another thing is building outposts on random planets. The fact that we can learn the habitat of the planets, learn about the wildlife around, and we can learn absolutely anything we want about the planet. I do believe that building on planets, creating outposts and sitting companions there, I do believe that's also a massive part of the game. Now, if you look at the lore and the story, Earth was... You saw what happened to Earth. Earth is no longer a planet that people can live on. So we go out there, discover our own planets, build our own new life in these other planets. And I do believe we're supposed to do that. I have found some great planets in this game that I really do think are nice looking. Just the alien, the wildlife, I do think some of them are very beautiful. So I decided to just build on them and create a home. I do think Bethesda wants us to do this also and take our time with it. I guarantee you, if you start doing the small things like that and taking Starfield as a slower game, you will come to enjoy it a lot more. That's what I've been doing. Now, in terms of quests, I'm not sure how many quests are in the game. I've done New Game Plus 6 times, so I found quite a lot of quests. But I also, in those runs, I found quests in like New Game Plus 4 that I've never seen in New Game Plus 2. I found quests in New Game Plus 6 that I haven't seen in New Game Plus 4. So I do believe there are a ton of quests. Maybe they might not be as fleshed out as, say, the faction quest lines that we do have in this game. The Crimson Fleet, the UC SysDev, the Rangers, Region Industries. But there are a ton of quests and activities in this game. Even fetch quests, even small quests like eliminate this person. There are a lot of great things to do in Starfield. I think if people actually take the game slow, speak to as many people as you can in the game, get out there, manage your gear, upgrade your gear. We're in space, live in space, go explore, go see what you can find different parts of your ship, build your ship, upgrade your ship. I just do think there is a lot of joy in this game that people seem to be skipping, because it's just a thing of we're looking at it the same way we look at the Elder Scrolls and Fallout. We just want quests. We just want fun quests to do. They've given us a ton of planets to get out there and explore, to do whatever we want on those planets. I think it's the coolest thing ever. And we still have the elements from the Elder Scrolls and Fallout. We still have the thing you can talk to everybody. We still have the thing where you can steal anything you want. You can kill anybody you want. We have all those elements still in the game. It's very hard for me to truly put down Starfield and hate on the game, just because of the amount of joy and freedom that it has given me. Now, I am a big Bethesda Game Studios fan. I love Fallout so much. Starfield to me feels like that, but it just feels so open. I have so much freedom in this game. I love it. I love immersing myself in those games. I think the immersion in Starfield, in a sense, is amazing. Some parts are good, some parts are not. But I've always loved Bethesda Game Studio RPGs. Always. Like, I'm a huge nerd for the Fallout games. I say get out there and take Starfield a bit slow and see if you enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching.